You want to be more successful on your sales calls? Well, say this, not that.
Look, insurance sucks. I'll just make it suck less.
Hey, you know the drill, guys. My name is Brad Hannon. We created this channel to help agents like yourself polish their skills, make more sales, and ultimately make more money selling health insurance. Today, I want to talk about what to say, right? And what not to say. So in this episode of Say This, Not That, I want to give you a few examples. Okay, these aren't the only examples. You can take this into many other things that salespeople say that they shouldn't say, or they don't say that they should say, right? So we could make a ton of these. Matter of fact, if you throw in the comments some of the things that you say versus some of the things that other agents are saying, or say this, not that, I'd love to hear what you're saying or the way you're putting things to kind of sound a little bit different, because that is the theme of this. That's the heart of this message, is that, you know what, you want to sound a little bit different, right? Our goal in a sales call is to take their guard down, right? And you're going to do that not through sounding crazy or, untrustworthy or obnoxious, but, sounding a little bit different, right? Causing a person to kind of lean in a little bit. If you checked out the recent video we just did, we'll link it in the description, right? We did a live sales call training with a new agent. You'll find that, again, okay, this isn't the same dial session. This is a new dial session that I got on for 20 minutes. The last person we talked to said, yeah, I stayed on the phone with you because you sounded different, right? I thought you were also a real estate agent. You sounded interesting. You sounded like you knew me. Like, basically what she was saying was, I just sounded different than a typical salesperson that was calling her. So one of the things I want to start with on this episode of Say This, Not That is, if I were any better, I'd be twins, right? I don't want you to say that. I want you to think of your own, because that's my line. I've been saying that for 6-7 years now. I know I didn't invent it, but I pretty much have claimed it to be my own now. And it's when somebody asks me on a sales call, hey, how you doing? Don't say, I'm good. How are you? That's what we don't want to say. Okay. I'm good. How are you? How boring. I'm good, but I'm busy, right? Like, I'm good, but I'm not good enough to sit here and talk to you right now. I got to go. I'm busy, right? So say something like, if I were any better, I'd be twins. Or, man, I'm telling you what, I'm so good today. I don't know what it is, but I woke up in a great mood. How about yourself, Eric? How you feeling today? Right? Just, again, enough to throw them off their guard. They're like, okay, now they've got to use active listening. They're like, again, they're leaning in to what you have to say. They're starting a conversation. So say this, not that. Hey, I work with people who are paying way too much for their coverage. Does that sound like you? Versus, I work with people who are paying too much for their coverage. Does that sound like your situation? Again, it's what you say, but it's also how you say it. And that adding that one word can make all of the difference, right? I work with people who are paying way too much for their health insurance, right? You might be thinking, well, what about the people that aren't paying way too much and maybe paying just a little bit too much? It doesn't matter. All you're doing, like this statement is there to basically, like you have a wound and we're just going to rub some salt in it, right? Like, you might be feeling like you're paying too much, but we're going to be here to tell you you're paying way too much and we got to do something about it, right? So just adding that one adjective, right? I hear a lot of agents also say, hi, this is George. I'm a health insurance broker. I mean, hey, listen, if you want to say that, great. It's more so, again, about how you say it. But I would say this, hey, I'm the best health insurance broker in the state of Florida. Just wanted to reach out to you because you're also in Florida. And you might think, well, that sounds cocky. People are going to hang up on you because they think you're an asshole or whatever. Listen, some might, but the point is that majority of those people will be hooked. They'll be engaged because you're like, wow, this guy sounds unique. This guy sounds different. I stand when I make calls a lot of times. I'm trying to sound different. Somebody tells you, no, thanks, I'm good. Okay. No, I'm not interested. Hey, what do we say to this? Say this. Wow, man, I never hear that. I'm telling you, I talk to 100 people a day at least, and I never hear that. Why is it that you're so good? Who's the carrier that you're covered with now that you are so happy with? I got to know, man, I'm a broker. I got to know who you're so happy with. Okay. Say this, not, okay, hey, no problem. You have a great day. That's where your sales call ends. Okay. So say, man, I never hear that. Who is your current coverage with? Okay. Say this, not, okay, great. You're not interested. Have a good day. Say this. Of course you're not interested. Again, going back to not interested. Of course you're not interested. I haven't shared anything with you. I wouldn't expect you to be interested, but it sounds like you're pretty happy with your carrier. Who is it you're covered with? Again, when they say not interested, that's a way to respond versus, okay, no problem. Have a great day. Now, again, I'm not trying to say, and that's just a few examples, right? I just made some calls. This is fresh in my mind. You know, there's just little things, right? The little things make the biggest difference. And there's just little things that you can do or say, or ways you can say certain things to get more interest, right? I was just sitting with a new agent. Her biggest thing was she was nervous. She was nervous because she didn't know what to do. So when I broke it down, I said, okay, well, in the initial call, we're generating a little bit of interest. Do you think you can generate a little bit of interest? Yes. Okay, great. So we know that much. Do you think you can get a zip code, a birth date, and current insurance information? Yeah. That's where your job is going to end. Okay. I don't know your situation. Maybe you don't have a leader that you can help running your appointments. If so, reach out to me. You know, we have a great team. Right, of people that are going to help you close your business with you, alongside of you. You'll make the commission. You know, we're not going to do that for the rest of your career, but we'll do that for your first, few sales, 5, 10 sales to get you out of the gate, hearing the process, right, breaking down the process. But these are some things to say and some ways to say them versus the traditional things that most agents that are failing are saying, right? We don't want to duplicate that. So if this has helped you a little bit, again, would love for you to subscribe, throw a comment, throw a like. Most importantly, I want to hear little things that you say, like little lines, because I can tell you that most of the things that I have, not 100% original. I borrowed it from somebody else and doctored it and changed it up and whatever the case may be. So I want to hear what you have to say. Drop a comment below, share this video, get to 1,000 subscribers. Help us get to 1,000 subscribers. Let's make it happen.
I'm a health insurance hustler. Bradley Hannon's the name. I'm here to teach these agents how to play the game. I'm a health insurance hustler. One thing you should know about me. I'm a health insurance hustler. BradHannon.com.